In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Al-Fatiha 1 asterisk. Surat Al-Fatihah is Meccan asterisk among the objectives of the surah, achieving orientation towards God Almighty through complete servitude to Him alone. Asterisk interpretation. Surah Al-Fatihah was named because the book of God was opened with it, and it is called the mother of the Qur'an because it includes its topics, such as monotheism of God, worship, and other things. It is the greatest surah in the Qur'an, and it is the 7 repeated surahs. In the name of God, I begin reading the Qur'an, seeking the Almighty's help and seeking the blessing of mentioning His name. The Basmala contains 3 of the most beautiful names of God, which are Allah, meaning the one who is truly worshipped, and it is the most specific name of God Almighty, and no one else, glory be to Him, can be called by it. The most merciful, meaning the one with vast mercy. He is the most merciful Himself. The most merciful, meaning the one with uninterrupted mercy. With His mercy, He has mercy on whomever He wishes of His creation, including the believers among His servants. Praise be to God, Lord of the worlds. Al-Fatihah 2. All kinds of praiseworthy attributes of majesty and perfection belong to Him alone and to no one else, as He is the Lord, Creator, and Ruler of everything. The worlds is the plural of the world, and they are everything except God Almighty. The most gracious, the most merciful. Al-Fatihah 3. Praise to God Almighty after praising Him in the previous verse. The King of the Day of Religion. Al-Fatihah 4. Glorifying God Almighty as He is the owner of everything on the day of resurrection, as no soul possesses anything for another. Day of Judgment. The day of recompense and reckoning. It is You we worship, and You we forget. Al-Fatihah 5. We single out the types of worship and obedience to You alone, so we do not associate with anyone else, and from You alone we ask for help in all our affairs. For in Your hand is all goodness, and there is no helper except You. We have guided the straight line. Al-Fatihah 6. Guide us to the straight path, lead us on it, make us steadfast upon it, and increase our guidance. The straight path is the clear path with no distortion, and it is the Islam with which God sent Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Be the path of those upon whom You have bestowed blessings, not those with whom You have been angry, nor those who have gone astray. Al-Fatihah 7. The path of those whom You have blessed among Your servants with their guidance, such as the prophets, the truthful ones, the martyrs, and the righteous, and those are good companions, other than the path of those with wrath upon them who knew the truth and did not follow it, like the Jews, and other than the path of those who strayed from the truth who were not guided to it, due to their negligence in seeking the truth and finding guidance to it, like the Christians. Asterisk. Among the benefits of the verses, God Almighty begins His book with the Basmala to guide His servants to begin their actions and words with it, seeking His help and success. One of the guidance of righteous servants of God in supplication is to begin by glorifying and praising God, glory be to Him, and then to begin the request. Warning Muslims against neglecting to seek the truth, like the misguided Christians, or not acting on the truth they knew, like the angry Jews. The surah indicates that the perfection of faith is through sincere worship of God Almighty and seeking help from Him alone.